Greetings! Once again, welcome back to Izzy Market, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us again for another episode of Izzy Market. Tonight, y'all, we got the treat all treats. But first, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Izzy. If you don't already know, Izzy Labosa. That means Labosa means I got the bag. I mean, a bag of knowledge, bring you information every week from entrepreneurs from our own community, y'all. People who really are doing this, who really understand how to get the bag, where you go to get it, and the process that it takes to get it done. So we here, and I also got my co-host here. Y'all know and Noah and Lover.
Can you hear me?
Your introduction, co-host. They waiting on you.
Hey y'all, how are y'all? Great to be here. We have a very special guest. He's super amazing. He has all this great info to give to us, and I feel like it's very informational. So if you guys are at home, if you're in the car, pull up on the side of the road, get your paper, get your pen. It's necessary. So let's go.
Absolutely. So y'all, once again, he ain't even need an introduction. We talking about a master herbalist. We talking about a speaker. We talking about a Reiki healer. I mean, this man just gave us information about sandalwood incense that you need to know. So without further ado, Mr. Khet Waas Hutip.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all having me.
Please get over here fast.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for coming, man. This was so special for us to be able to seek you out. First of all, you were recommended, by the way. Let's put that out there in the air. So it's a whole lot of people carrying a lot of your good energy with them, enough to remember your name and what you stand for. Because we diligently seek for certain people to be in the show, because we need good energy, we need knowledge, we need information in our community as a whole. You know, and when I say community, I mean humanity. We need good information from other people who have done certain things that we want to get involved in. And so after we took the time to really look at you, we understand that now you are the person that we need to come to for that information when it comes down to the herbs, to knowing what you need to do for your body. So let us know how you got started. Like, how did this all came about for you? Like, was your parents a part of this, or?
Yeah, I mean, I started like probably any other,
And come back in.
or just anyone who wanted to take their health serious, and that was I was sick. I had real bad asthma, real bad allergies growing up, and I had the herbs in the house. I had the herbs in the house, but and I'm sure my parents, like, they were trying to give me these herbs. I'm in my 40s, so probably everybody in that age, that era, had some type of natural herb or something that their parents is trying to give them, and like any other child, you're gonna rebel against it, right? Um, but I never really took it serious at one point, like, but having real bad allergies and real bad asthma where I had to use the pump, I started taking it serious. Like, I at one time, I think I was 14, 15 years old. I just went in the cabinet and just started snatching every herb I found in the cabinet and just threw it all in the pot. I didn't know what it was. I just threw it all in the pot, but the thing about it was, whatever it was, I know what it is now, but at that time, I just was drinking it, and I saw results, and but it wasn't until I changed, my diet that it was able to eliminate my asthma, at a young age. Um, so I'm like 15, 16 years old, and I'm not eating macaroni and cheese no more, and I gave up meat and cereal and milk, and you know what I mean, all these things. All these things that at that age it wasn't. Around that era, it wasn't no. They didn't have the substitutes that they have now, like the nut milks, and the plant-based cheeses, and they didn't have that, so I just had to give it up. But praise be upon my mother, because she, you know, At first, my family thought I was crazy. Like, yo, this cat crazy. Like, he giving them macaroni. He's tripping, you know. Um, but my mother, she really saw that I was taking this serious, and so, she would start making, like pots of cabbage, my own personal pot of cabbage without the meat in it, and
Wow.
collard greens, and so she kind of made some concessions for me to the best of
Right.
her ability, because this is new to her too. She's like, I don't know what to cook for this boy, but she did her best, so praise be upon her, and ever since then, I here I am still to this day, maybe what 20 over 20. I'm just gonna say over 25 years. I ain't gonna give all that, but like she so I haven't had any animal flesh in my body probably about 30 years now. And,
Wow.
Wow. Now that's really doing it. So now, okay, I understand the process of how you really found out how to do it. You were bold, first of all, and that I guess that even was a part of who you are now, with the just mix up anything and it work and give you results. So that was like a really bold move. That was good for you. So how did you really start beginning to teach it to others? Like, what made you want to give it away? Like, okay, I got it.
I think it was just people around the neighborhood and stuff. They saw my change, and so it became a thing where it was like, hey man, what you got for the flu? What you got for this? What you got for diabetes? What you got for whatever, and I would just run in the house, yeah, yo, take this, take this. It was a time in my life where I wasn't selling herbs. I was just giving it away, just really wanting to help people heal, from whatever ailment it was. Um, it wasn't till maybe college, when I healed my first client. I call it client, person of diabetes. Was an elderly woman, at that, and she gave me my first $100 bill. She said,
I bet so.
she was just like, listen, man, I've been using insulin and all these different medications all my life, and here you come along giving me this herb and telling me don't eat this, don't eat that, eat this, and here, so she was like, this your calling, and she gave me $100, and she said, all right, I want
Wow.
you to stay out the
Wow.
heat,
So she
and
gave you that push.
yeah, she did. To this day, I give reference to her because who knows? I could have, who knows what I didn't. This ain't what I wanted to do. I wanted to play football. I wanted to be a football player or something like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? In the NFL.
Right.
But the ancestors saw different, and here I am, doing what I love to do because I love to do this. But back then I wasn't really focused on. I wanted to help people, yeah, but I wasn't focused on it, like looking at it like this is gonna be a business and this is my profession and career and all of that. I wasn't thinking that. You know.
Right, right. So is it safe to say that we can call you the hood herbalist? Like, is it safe?
That's what they call me. That's what they call me, the hood herbalist.
I think that's pretty amazing to be in a community where everybody's basically on one plane, right? So you basically made that difference. Like you basically stepped out of your comfort zone. Your mom supported you. You gained clientele from other people who were interested in your healing. I think you're a trendsetter. I love it. It's amazing to me.
Hmm.
That's
Absolutely. Trendsetter indeed. So now we got the opportunity to go to your website. When I say that thing look like a supermarket to me, I mean like the information. It was hard for me to really get through it. I even signed up for the temporary course that you had, and it gave me the opportunity to go through the course and everything. Who motivated you to actually step in and monetize it? Like I know with the older woman, like her giving you the $100 on top of that, like, hey, this your calling. That's like a push, but I know. I mean, it's a rise to entrepreneurship as far as, especially as far as you have gotten. Like you've gotten so far. The website, the courses. I mean, even when we were as a team going through it, we was like, where we want to go at with this? We even gave you information that that you didn't even know was out there about you, right?
Right.
You was like, nah.
So let's get some homework. But it's just like any other entrepreneur. Like you don't want to work for nobody else. You know what I mean? I never was the one to really work for anyone. I didn't. I thought, and no disrespect for anyone who worked for anyone, because first thing first is taking care of your family by means. But for me, I wasn't into working for anyone. I had jobs, sure, but being able to do what you love to do and monetize it and make money from it, like, that's what I recommend anybody do. You know what I mean? Whatever it is you love to do, make money from it. Um, for me, it's kind of like it's a balancement between money and healing, because I really like I enjoy the healing more, but I understand that you need the
Yeah.
money to maintain. Like I get it, you know what I mean? And so I try to maintain that balance where I don't, be foolish and just like, here, take this, and then
Right.
nobody got no earth, because I ain't got the money to get you out of it. But I try to maintain that balance, for the love of what I do, and then still, make money to be able to provide for my family, and keep things afloat.
All right. I have a quick question. All right. So I heard exactly what you stated about the red meat. I hate to take us all the way back, but I just gotta touch bases on that because I'm basically like trying to convert over right now. I don't know if I'm having a difficult time. I don't know, did you go cold turkey? Did you eat a little bit of bacon here and there? I mean, how did you do it?
For me, I ain't gonna lie, I did go cold turkey with like with beef. It wasn't that excuse me. It wasn't that it wasn't really that difficult to give up red meat for me. Now I was still eating chicken and fish, but what I did is I stopped eating fried fish and fried chicken, and then I just started like baking it or broiling it, and then I kind of transitioned off of it. Um, but nowadays, and that was back then, but nowadays, honestly, um, you don't gotta do that. You can stop cold turkey. Like that's a myth to say, oh, if you stop cold turkey, you're just gonna go back on it, or what's going to happen. What normally happens when people want to change how they eat is they don't cleanse um out the things that they're refraining from eating. You see, so
Right.
let's say if I'm trying to stop eating meat or animal flesh, you might want to do a detox, flush out these parasites and flush out these chemicals, that was in the animal flesh from the beginning, because that is what you're craving. See, you're craving the drug of that's in these foods. And it's not even food. I don't even call it food, but
Right.
it's those hormones, it's those parasites, that's what's calling you to continuously eat that. So if you trying to change your diet, you should do a cleanse as well. This is going to make the transition easier for you, But if you don't, you probably will end up back eating, the animal flesh and whatnot.
Right, right, right. So let me ask you this. I know a lot of people have preferences when it comes to meats. Like if they cut out beef, they're like, oh well, I don't eat beef, but I still eat chicken. I don't eat chicken, but I still eat shrimp. Like, do you feel like some meats are better than others, or do you feel like all of it is just garbage? Like all of it is just bullshit? Give me some clarity.
I mean, you asking me, but I would say, I mean, all of it bullshit if you asking me, but
Right,
because your body's not your body can't digest it, for one thing. Your body's not designed to digest animal flesh. For one, is very animal protein is very high in uric acid. Okay, so when you putting this in your body, you gotta understand you have your own acids within your stomach, where your hydrochloric acid used to break this food down. But you only need a teaspoon of hydrochloric acid to break down food naturally. But when you got animal flesh that has this much uric acid in it, it's going to pump out more hydrochloric acid than it's supposed to. So now you got this uric acid from the animal that is more so ammonia based. Then you got your own acid. So now you just got excess acid in your gut. So this acid has to go someplace, right? So normally it's going to be deposited in your joints, and this is going to cause arthritis. It's going to cause gout. It could even be in you, get into your cells, which is going to degenerate yourself and then make your cells multiply more rapidly, and we know that as we call that cancer. So your body is never really designed to digest animal flesh. And how we know that is because you got to do so much to it. If you was a real carnivore, you would just run up on an antelope and just bite it, burn it. You would look at a chicken in the yard and be like, "Damn, that chicken look good," but you don't do that.
Ow!
You
Ow!
got, nah, you gotta take the chicken. You gotta order antelope or the deer, whatever. You gotta skin it. You gotta tenderize it. You gotta what else you
Eat
gotta
it.
do? You gotta drain it. You gotta season it with plants, and then you're gonna fry it. You're gonna bake it. You're gonna do something to it just to make it appetizing for
Edible.
you to eat it. But you're not gonna eat it raw. You see, and you say all that in the name of quote unquote this thing what we call protein. So that's all of that is myth. So you never really, if you had to do all that, you probably wouldn't eat animal flesh either. Now don't get me wrong, you got hunters out there that they could do all that, but the regular average person out here is not hunting their meat. Their animal and skinning it and doing all that. Like you go into the supermarket and then you looking at this thing called red meat, which is there's no such thing as red meat. That's just carbon monoxide that they spray on it to make it appealing because the real
What?
meat, yeah, because yeah, you didn't know that there's no such thing as red meat.
I am appalled.
Yeah, that meat that you see in the grocery store, that meat that you see in the grocery store is usually gray or brown. You see, it's
Wow.
not so they color it red just to make it more appealing to you. But other than that, you wouldn't eat no rotten looking meat.
So, Ken,
Yeah.
I got a question for you. I'm sorry.
Good.
So they just now switched the slide, but I wanted to ask because I want to get off the meat for a second. I actually been without meat completely for a good couple months, starting back over. I've been trying to do like the vegan and vegetarian thing over and over, and now I realize it's a mindset, and I think I got it. But what the heck is burdock? Burdock is it burdock or burdock
Mhm.
root? And how does that help, like cleaning the digestive system? Because I know you say once you step away from it, I need to cleanse because I think it's coming, it's showing up in my pores and everything. Like,
Burdock root is a well, of course, it's a root. It's a plant, but it's a plant, but you can use the leaf too. But burdock root is more so for cleansing your blood and kidneys. It's a very nutritive root, so it's packed with antioxidants. Um, very high in iron, so it helps with circulation of the blood. Uh,
mm,
but I mean, it's definitely something that you could take every day. Um, but yeah, I mean, burdock. I don't know, what else you asked me, but yeah, burdock root is a good plant. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like for digestion, but you know what I mean, as far as like cleansing the blood, and cleansing the kidneys. Good for the skin. So, you know, being that is a blood cleanser is always going to be good for the skin. So anything like acne and, you know, psoriasis, pimples, eczema, you know, those. Yeah. So, you
So
know,
what do you recommend? What would you recommend for me to start the cleansing process? Because I want to cleanse now because I want to begin to do something after this, you know, to kind of switch up the whole game with my body. But what do you suggest out of your store that I can purchase to like, okay, this will help you in the process of cleansing your body?
yeah,
Or
I would recommend the Clean Me Out. It's on the site called Clean Me Out, and it's a full body detox. So
Mhm.
it's a 3-part package. One part is capsules, which helps with cleansing parasites out of the body, and cellular waste, what we call it chelated, but it's removal of cellular waste. The second part of that is it's a blood purifier tea, so it's gonna cleanse the blood, the kidneys, liver, pancreas, and then you get a vitamin supplement with it, which really is just sea moss, bladder, and burdock root mix. And so that's a 3-part package. And then you're going to get a food list and you would get instructions. And it's about a 2 to 3 week cleanse, you know, depending on, you know, how diligent you are with it. But that's the first, that's what I would recommend first, you know. And that's you know, and that's a little bit more vigorous cleanse. It ain't it's not violent or nothing, but you know, it's gonna fuck you up. You know? So you're gonna lose good bit of excess waste out the body, but that's
good.
how you start. Well,
I have a question. All right, so you know how I'm not well guys, they probably do this too, but I know a lot of women are really big on this to kind of like swim like slim their midsections. Like if you have back fat, belly fat, that type of thing, a lot of women run to get colon cleans to actually flatten their stomachs. What you got in there to flatten bellies? That's all I want to know. What's
what
up
you
with
got
that?
to get a black
What?
belly?
I just got this mommy pouch I can't get rid of. It's so damn stubborn.
You know what? Sprints is good. You know what I mean? I know you thought I was about to say a herb, right? But like sprint, doing sprint is good for burning off fat real quick. But also, you know, picking the right times to eat. A lot of times we don't eat the right time at the right times because we don't understand, you know, what we call a circadian rhythm of our bodies, and so our digestion has a specific time that it clocks into work and it clocks out. You see? And usually our digestive system cuts on about 12 o'clock. So it's working from 12 to about 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock at the latest, right? And it shuts
Right?
down. And it's not gonna break down no food, it's not gonna do nothing before that time or after that time. And a lot of times we have a lot of waste just sitting in our body. I call it full of shit. People full of shit.
That's what it is.
That's all. People walking around here full of shit, you know. And it's simply because they're eating at all times of the day, like you know what I mean. So you coming from the what do you call it? Coming from the club and 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you go on to Waffle House or IHOP to eat. Your digestive system is not working. It's going to kick you to the colon. You get up early in the morning, you wake up, you rush to work, but you stop to like Dunkin' Donuts or something, you go get you a sausage egg biscuit or whatever. Your digestive system is not breaking that down, it's kicking it to the colon. So, you
Wow.
know, you just put in a bunch of waste that's just starting to be compacted from the colon. You know what I mean? And it's just sitting there. So a lot of times people are just walking around with 10 to 20 pounds of waste sitting in their body. So a lot of times what we think is belly fat could be an easy fix by just adhering to the times that you should eat, and then drinking more water. Some people don't like water, so you got to get your water in, because that is what's gonna let you out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we heard that, and that is some good info. I knew actually when we had this show with you that we were going to get that type of information, because it's tiny information like that that you don't know. So the issue really is the colon, like just and eating at the wrong times.
Mhm.
And I think I'm in denial, but you said it. It's the truth. And because I see the difference when you do that. But you said something about energy when you were explaining that. I don't
Like,
know.
what I say about, I don't really say about about energy.
It's okay. It's cool. Don't worry about it. But what I want to say is, because I know I need to move it along or whatever, I want to praise some of your achievements also. Because we also know that you were a black belt and a
Wow.
Reiki healer. Yes. And I watch some people go through the like karate stages, not all the way. And that's
So
not easy to obtain.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it
if you
takes a
fight
lot
me on the
of
street, you going to
dedication.
jail.
Yeah, it take a lot of dedication. No, I wouldn't, I wouldn't use it for the most part, like, unless it's, dire to, my life, or, or others, that's maybe around me. But it's just, it's a good way to stay fit, stay mentally alert, disciplined, and I've been doing it for so long, but I just love doing it, for those reasons. But yeah, sure, you run up on me the wrong way, but other than that, that would be my first thing. If I can't talk it out, like, you know what I mean, because I'm grown, like, so it's like, if I can't use my wisdom to, you know, um, get out of certain situation, then, maybe, maybe I failed. If I gotta hurt you, then maybe I failed. That damn,
Most
maybe I,
definitely.
you know what I mean? Because I felt like, damn, you got the best of me mentally, where I had to put hands on you instead of just, talking it out or walking off or whatever. You know what I mean? But
Right. I think the black belt is amazing. Two snaps in a circle for the black belt. We
right.
have somebody that's watching, and they want to know, what is hydrangea root? Am I saying that right? You take it away.
Hydrangea root, yeah. So hydrangea root is it's the root of the hydrangea plant. With the flowers, you have different color flowers. It could be yellow, white, purple. Um, but they're actually poisonous. The leaf and the flower is actually poisonous. So the only edible part of the hydrangea is the actual root. But it's really good for kidney stones. Um, so it does help break up kidney stones. Anyone who's dealing with
Hmm.
kidney stones, it's good for the prostate in men. So if anybody with prostate issues, or you don't even have to, so don't wait to have prostate issues. Just take it because you want to keep, your prostate healthy as a man. Um, and it's also good for arthritis. Those are those like the main medicinal properties that hydrangea has. So arthritis, prostate, kidney stones, flushing out the kidney. Those are good. And all type of inflammation as well.
That's great. One root serves so many different purposes. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, we all grown. I'm gonna just keep it real. I need to know what you got for the Yanni.
For the yoni, yeah. So that's very important. Um, there's so many plants that you could use for the yoni. I even got a yoni steam. Um, so that's always good.
Mm.
But what
Steam.
makes it taste better?
What makes it taste better?
What
A
is?
proper diet. A proper diet, because women, women, y'all can spoil from the inside. You know that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it real now.
Yeah.
so, you know, women that maybe drink excessive alcohol,
Right.
excessive seafood, or just excess meat in general, things like that. Um, you could spoil from the inside. So,
That's good.
what would make it taste good? I mean, I would eat more fruits, like eat more fruits, and not just eat more fruits, but also the men that you also deal with too, because your man could be unhealthy. Like it'll make no sense if you living this particular lifestyle, eating your fruits, your vegetables, and so, and then he smokes cigarettes and drinking Hennessy and all of that. Then he inside of you, so because all of that is for naught. Because now everything that's in him is still transferring into you as well. So you still, can a man could give you a fibroid tumor. You understand? So, like,
Right.
not only just watch yourself, but watch those who you're going to lay with. You understand? That's very
Wow.
important too.
That's real. That's real.
Wow.
Drinking 40s, eating beef jerkies. I ain't got time. I don't have time.
Everybody don't drink 40s and eat Slim Jims. But Mr. Cat, so
Man.
let me ask you something. Because one of the viewers was saying, what's a good one for diet? Is there a supplemental route? And what I was gonna say is the ones that we got on the screen, this is actually from his site. We hid the prices because you're not gonna believe the prices that he have. If you on here right now and y'all watching, go to sacredroots.com. I'm not playing. It's across the bottom of the screen. Go look at the prices. You've never seen prices like this in these type of stores. If you follow these types of Sibians or people who practice really good health. And so on the screen right now. I don't know if you can see it. If the producers can bring it front and center and take us off the screen, is this some of the things that would help with a good diet, like what they're asking about, or
I mean, any, I guess the herb of your choice. Like, keep in mind, like when we have to understand that herbs, we separate it and we say, oh, this is herbs, and then this is food, but it's all the same thing. Like it's food and herbs is one. It's not a separation.
mm,
Um, so you pick the one of your choice. But far as a plant, I guess for a good supplement, I guess he's saying is you could do sea moss, because that's um
Mm-hmm.
like nature's multivitamin. You understand? So that could give you a good bit of the minerals and vitamins that your body requires daily. So I would do sea moss and bladderwrack for a good supplement. Um, so yeah, I mean that's what I would do.
right? And we saw some of the videos that you had that you were showing how you made that sea moss, or even one of the videos I saw where you were explaining like this the real damn sea moss. So you mean to tell me the sea moss that I'm getting from Whole Foods might not be real? Or what? Like I'm confused. Like when you said real, although I saw the difference in it when you were going through the bag, you was like, "This is real damn sea moss."
Yeah, I think I made that video because somebody came in, you know, um, because they were used to the fake sea moss, and so when they saw mine, it was like, "Oh, what's this? What do you mean? What's this?" So, we got so caught up in the fake that we forgot what was real. Um,
Right.
I was kind of just talking my shit, but yeah, you can't have a fake sea moss. They got sea moss that usually those Korean agents have, and you can see the big table salt, like big chunks of salt in it.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's you don't want your CMOS to have that, and if you see that, that's a clear indication that that's not real.
Mm, 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 mm.
I ain't lying.
This some good stuff. So
Yeah.
I also got the opportunity to look at again some of the courses. And when I get the financials like the way I want for that, because I want to go through it all. Like I want to take a journey. I feel like on your site,
Mm.
I can take that journey. You see what I'm saying? And still be here. Like I know we have a cousin that actually goes off to sacred locations like Egypt, wherever he goes. And he has like these
Mm-hmm.
journeys like that. I feel like I can take that on your site. And so whenever I go through that course or whatever, is there gonna be like somebody or you that I can constantly ask questions if I need to, or like somebody gonna be working with me with that to answer?
Yeah, so with the course, you have the option to do online and in person. So, I do the in-person classes, um, what, yeah, 4 times out the week, Tuesdays and Thursdays and Wednesdays and Fridays for like the older students. But yeah,
Wow.
so you understand, you do have the option to come person and learn. But if you can't, that's fine too because you go on online. But I always try to make myself available for the student, either via email or just call and say, hey, this is whatever question you have. I'm gonna do my best, to get with you, answer your question, or however. But I do make sure that I link with the student if they need me.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love to know that. So that makes me feel a lot better because I mean I don't know what I'm doing in this journey. But I do know it's like just time for a change because I know
Mm-hmm.
even with you it's like a well I feel like it's almost like something is calling you towards that. Once your eyes has been open to what needs to be done for your body, for your health,
Mm-hmm.
because it all ties in together. So you have a sacred health class is back in session. Is that one of those ones where you stand up and you do the talks also? Because I want one of those. I want to come to one of those. I really do.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
Right?
so we do those are like for the community. Yeah, so we do those once a month. Once a month we call it sacred health class and each class is usually about a different topic, whether diabetes, um it could be anything. The last class we had was what happened to the flu. And this particular class we got coming is it's called New Year, New You, but for real. You know what I mean? And I was just messing around, but it was like because you always say that New Year, New You, but then you start to kind of dwindle back into the old you because you didn't have a set goal in mind or a plan that you wanted to stick to. And so this class is just going to be a way where I'm going to give a outline for people. Like hey,
Mm-hmm.
a water schedule. Like I'm going to make it very simple. Like hey, if you don't like to drink water, hey, drink waters at this time, this time, this time, this time to make sure you get your water. When you wake up in the morning, here's a quick, easy breathing exercise you could do. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to really spell it out for people to like list, like almost like it's just like, look, step by step, this is how you can achieve, you know what I mean? The new you.
Right. And you can't lose with an outline.
Yeah, so that's
Mhm.
it's gonna be pretty cool. So you can come in person or we do have virtual tickets too. So you can you know
Right. So absolutely. Sorry about that. So that's so cool with the courses that we have coming up. He does that, like he said. How often is it? I apologize.
so the course is so we're gonna shut down enrollment the end of this month and then reopen in spring. So there's still time to catch it if you want to get in. Um, if you want to enroll now, you can before the end of this month. But other than that, we're gonna shut it down and just focus on the students already in, and then we'll reopen in the spring. Uh, and the course is really just about we teach the body, the anatomy of the body, the functionality of it, because that's my thing. If you can't heal what you don't understand, you can't heal what
Right.
if you don't know how the kidney function, how do you know how you gonna heal it? And
Indeed.
so we pretty much just teach about the body systems. We do face mapping. Basically, face mapping is a way where you could diagnose someone without the invasive equipment and things of that nature. You could read their eyes, ears, tongue, teeth, all of that, and understand what's going on inside the body. And of course, the herbalism part where teach how to make herbal tinctures. Um, we do herb walks where we can go out into the woods, the forest, or whatnot, and you know identify plants in their natural environment. And so that's basically what the course entails.
All right, real quick, I want to get this in real fast. The body healing is amazing. It serves many purposes. Not to get too personal about anybody's personal business, but I know, not know, but I've ran across a few natural healers who also provide preventative health services with natural herbs. Do you allow that? Do you render those services to the community?
What you mean?
Like naturally healing, like STD, sexual transmitted diseases, sexual transmitted infections, those type of things.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, like I definitely do that, but I don't I don't like this. I don't heal anything. Like really, you know what I mean? Like they will give me this title of he's the healer and the master herbalist and all those titles.
Mhm.
These titles to me. What I'm really doing, and if anyone is honest with you, all they're really doing is guiding you to healing. You see, like you the one who heal yourself. Yeah, I may give you the information to that you needed to heal yourself. But if you don't do it, nothing happens. You
Right.
Right.
understand? I don't if you don't stop eating this, nothing will happen. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily heal anything. They may give me the credit, oh yeah, he healed me from this, he healed me from that, but really I just kind of just guided them to healing. They were the one who actually did it.
All
You
right.
know.
Mhm.
Mr. Kemp, for the sake of our show now, you said you a healer on your website. So we just went ahead and assumed that we could put that down on the just so y'all know now, and he agreed. But no, seriously, I see that. But I think the energy just follows you. You see what I'm saying? Because we on the outside don't know. Like I really did not understand a lot about that. Like the colon just keep coming up in my mind. It just makes so much sense what you're saying. It connects. So now, as far as this Kuma creativity that you did, do you do that all the time? I never celebrate Kwanzaa. I certainly don't celebrate Christmas. But I don't know all of what goes into it. Nor did I take the time to research. So is this a Kwanzaa event that you do every year, or
We
and we
usually
got
do
a
that every
vibration?
year. Yeah, we usually do something every year around that time for the community. It's usually a free event. Um, and it's a Kwanzaa committee. It's a Kwanzaa committee in here in Charleston, and they put together. They'll do a whole the whole seven principles every day, and we'll usually get one principle that they'll come do at the shop, and I guess this year was Kumba for us, and so that was so we usually do that for the community. Yeah, so we do that once a year.
So cool.
Giving back to the community. That's all right.
Absolutely. And so we got the opportunity to also research your building and where your location is anyway. And we saw that there was a lot of other people there, like Central Station, I believe it is, SC. I think that's so cool because we were able to look at their like library full of Black literature.
Yeah.
That was nuts. So are y'all like together or how does that work? Like, can we just come there and can I just go to the literature department and they come to you?
Yeah, we all together. Like it's all one. It's so we it's a building. It's like a co-op building. But it's a building where we have different businesses within the building. So you got Sacred Roots, you got Central Station, you got All Eyes on Egypt bookstore. These are businesses, Black owned businesses, within this one building right on Remount Road. So we just striving to be a beacon for the community, and through health and through mental and emotional awareness and culture. Just bring back culture to our people. We lack that. That's what we lack. Is culture, and that's why you see a lot going on within our community or not going on in our communities because
Mm-hmm.
of culture. And so Central Station is the building, but we strive to, empower the community with knowledge, right knowledge of self, and knowledge of self that encompasses health and culture. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Gotta get back to our roots.
Most importantly, and I think that'll help us find out like how to eat and other things that you're teaching. I'm gonna call you a teacher because I understand that
Right.
part when you're saying you're not the person that can heal, but I certainly feel your energy, sir. And you definitely have the energy to teach because it's patient. And I can't wait to attend one of those conferences you have or one of those speaking events that you have so I can actually be close enough to get the information. Now, did your name come from the transition? Because I know, well, I feel like that wasn't probably your government name. I don't know. I may be wrong. So
yeah.
did that come with the transition? And like, how did that make a change in you? Like, what was that?
Yeah, so my journey started in the nation of gods on earth as a 5%. From there, I transformed into the Rastafarian culture, um, and I was there for a while. And my journey led me to Dr. Malachi York, who we call Maui Noon, and he's so my culture is we call it Wusabat or Safe Sabine, right? And so and I've been in my tribe for about a little over 20 years or so now, but um so my name Khet Waas Hutip came from um being initiated into we call ancient Egyptian order. And so that is where my name came from. Maybe what, 90, 97, 98, something like that.
Say
I think
what?
90, 99. And so so Khet Waas Hotep. That's when I got my name, So yeah, that's how that came about. But yeah, my culture itself is Wusabat or Sabian. Um, And that's how I got my name through my journey. So this is the journey I'm on, the path I'm on now.
Right. Absolutely. And I feel like with everything in me, because I recently decided to transition into another, I don't know, way of thinking, and it made me also disassociate myself from who I used to be in a sense. So I think I also changed my name. I don't want to be called who I used, you know what I'm saying? And I see what you're saying with yours is initiation, but I think it's also like a mental, spiritual, emotional process you go to when you want to disassociate from who you was, you know. So that wow. So I want to change my name to like have the I think that the initiation process is so cool for that you get to have, because Waz came from your tribe, right? Who you're affiliated with. Yeah, that is so cool. So I
It
gotta find
really is.
what I need to do, because I mean I'm gonna need to be leaping over to I want a whole new name.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I mean, and you pick a name that resonate with you because names are powerful. Names are powerful. Names, words itself have carried tones, and being that we are melanated beings or African, whatever you want to call us, we we have to have names that resonate with us genetically and spiritually.
Mhm.
Um, so when and it's no different from a Muslim. Like say for example when
Right.
Muhammad Ali changed his name from Cassius Clay, you know, Muhammad Ali, resonated with him more because he knew that Cassius Clay was it had no it wasn't African. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't have no link. He had no link to it. And so when we call on certain names, or if you call on certain gods or whatever, that does not link with you genetically and spiritually, you could be doing yourself more harm than good. So
Wow.
we wonder as black people, like, why no help from above? You understand what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
you calling on God and Jesus and these names, and no disrespect to any Christian out there, nothing, like that's your path. But these particular names, maybe they don't link with us. Or maybe that's the reason why we're not getting help here, because we might be calling on the wrong God. Like what if I called you, your name is Izzy, but what if I called you Sarah? I kept saying Sarah, hey Sarah, and you don't answer. You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad because you ain't answer, because that's not your name, right? So,
Right.
the same way, if I keep calling on God, or I keep saying Jesus, Jesus, and why Jesus ain't helping, and maybe that ain't his name. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's not
Light bulb came on.
his name.
I don't know, but I think that's pretty sensitive when you come down to religion, like you saying, to each his own. We ain't here to judge nobody, because I think everybody on their own separate journey with that. So I also want to talk about your what was it? Oh no, I totally forgot. My name went blank.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry. This was
We
good
touched
stuff
bases on a
too.
lot. Yeah, we
He
covered a
gave us
lot.
oh, I remember. Sorry. Okay, so in the beginning of the show, I apologize so much. I wanted to ask you it so bad. In the beginning of the show, he was burning the sandalwood, and I mean, he was telling us what that is for. Is that like a ritual or something you practice? That's something that you practice all the time, like burning certain sages or incense or something like that to do like an energy clearing? Or and can you explain what sandalwood does so people can know? I never buy sandalwood, but I plan to since y'all heard this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, like certain sense. So everything has a vibration, right? Everything has a vibration, um, and it just what is this vibration that you tap into, right? But so we could say sage, right? Sage, we burn sage, and well, what does sage do? Why do people say, oh, sage remove negative spirits and these things, right? But you know what sage does, it releases negative ions. When you burn it, it releases negative ions into the air, um, which pretty much takes over the positive or the radicals
What?
in the air. And so with that, and now keep in mind in the science
Wow.
world, keep in
He burning the
mind,
shit out of it.
negative ions is positive, and the positive ions are the free radicals and stuff like that. Right? So it's actually okay. So
Okay.
when it releases these negative ions into the air, it eliminates the positive ions. This is what puts people in a good mood, or this is what means peaceful in your room when you burn the sage. But also, sage is an antiseptic, so it does remove um, airborne viruses and bacteria in the air too. Like so, this is a matter of knowing what you're burning and why you're burning it, and it's a science too. It's a science to everything. Like you just gotta know exactly what it is. So that way we take the spooky part away from it.
Right. And like you said, it's a science, Khet. So I tell you what, I apologize, Mikey. Were you gonna say something?
I'm so sorry. All right, last thing I'm gonna throw this in. So, it's been said that there's a herb on this earth to cure every single thing you could possibly think of. Is that true?
Well, we don't want to cure anything, but we can heal. Yeah, sure.
Heal.
Heal.
It can't.
Thank you.
You can't. That's the thing. You people will come to me for the simplest of things that doesn't necessarily require herbs too, right? So, let me be clear when I say that because I've had somebody that come in and said, "What herb can I take for dehydration?" Right? And I'm like, "What do you mean? Yeah, I got this good herb. It's already made herb." And he's like, "What you talking about?" I'm like, "Man, right here, drink this." And he was like, "Man, this tastes like water." I was like, "Oh man, really? Good, man."
Oh my God.
Sometimes you don't need a herb. I rarely even talk about herbs when I in class or whatnot. I talk more about eating. You understand how the foods that you eat is what causes the sicknesses. But we use herbs because we want to prevent ourselves from getting sick. You understand? But yeah, herbs can heal. Herbs can heal a lot. Yeah, sure. But we want to use the word heal. We don't want to say cure.
Right.
Because and I'll throw you this, but when you're saying cure, you talking about Latin from the word curate, which means just to care or to pay attention to something. When you're paying attention or you're being patient with someone, you're talking about someone who goes into a hospital, right? And the hospital, these nurses are just being hospitable, and you are sitting there in a nightgown waiting, so they call you a patient. So it has nothing to do with making you whole again or healing you. So the word you want to use is heal because heal comes from the Latin word helan, which means to make whole, right? So we want to make a person whole again from their dis-ease, right? So dis-ease or dis and then ease, but you're really just saying uncomfortable. This person is coming to you uncomfortable, and it's up to you to heal them or make them whole again. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you
This,
so much for that.
yeah, that's all it is. So you don't want to cure anything. Like that's the problem. Everybody trying to get cured, but they just sitting there being patiently and probably picking up another sickness while they around other sick people.
Yeah. But Mr. Khet, truly, this was some good information. And this is just like how I knew the interview was gonna be, or even better. And I know we can't pack all the information that you got into one show.
I wish we could.
And forgive us because we know, God, it is hard to dumb down for people like us to our understanding.
I don't even down. I don't even dumb nothing down. I make it talk scientifically, but sometimes that ain't even, sometimes these things ain't needed. Simple is better, you know?
Right.
Absolutely. And so we just crave the knowledge, for this information. and even some of our viewers, great information. Please come back. Certainly, if we can, we certainly will get Mr. Khet back. This man is not easily. You can't just. We gotta ask him. Okay, so so we do want to let people know where they can find you in North Charleston, and so please let us know where we can find you, and what kind of information we can access or whatever going to your website. Once again, I went there myself, but let us know like what's next also for you with this.
Next is definitely striving to open up a holistic center where people could come and of course shop for herbs, but also like get your little grab and goes, come do some martial arts training, whether it's just Tai Chi, whether it's yoga, um,
Oh yes,
I like that.
yes, please be
rooms,
down there.
massages. I want to make something where I have a center where people can come and get be made whole again.
Ooh,
On every level, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. So. That's the next. But for now, you can find me at 1418 Remount Road, and that's in North Charleston. Um, Sacred Roots, Sacred underscore Roots 9. That's my Instagram, and Sacred Roots LLC on Facebook. And you usually can if you have questions, you can always email me at Sacred Roots CHS at gmail.com. So and then my phone number 843-709-3006. So there's ways to contact me for if you have any questions or you want to do like a one-on-one consultation, then information.
absolutely. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much for coming on. We hope to have you back because this was so good and epic. Y'all,
Very much so.
absolutely. So y'all already know we came to you with another entrepreneur. If you're thinking about doing something like this, if you know how to like get into these herbs and stuff, he already said you can call him, you can text him, and he'll give you that information. It's about getting it out
Right.
into the community so you can grow too. Khet has done it. He's doing it, as you can see, and there's more to come to it. So do that. Like reach out. Not don't be afraid to do that because we bring this information to you so you can build yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's what it's
right.
about. And it's not just about money. It's building yourself and personally developing daily. So once again, y'all, this has been another show with Izzy Market, a successful show because I loved every bit of the information, Mr. Khet, that you've given to us. And
And we
also,
do.
absolutely. Also, if you feel like you are the type of entrepreneur that's really out here doing it, I say if you feel like it, that's really out here doing it and you ready to share that information, please feel free to go to our website, book you a session. And by session, I mean we'll call you for a consultation, see whether or not you're a good fit, because we're very careful what we bring to the audience. And we
That's
do
right.
diligent research. We do. So, what I'm saying, here we go. Go to the website, put in elizabethansar.org, go to the Entrepreneurs Corner, scroll all the way down to the bottom. You got, go ahead and get you a scheduled appointment in. We'll give you a call. We'll access all the other information that we need and we can go from there. It's a very easy process, is all I'm saying. We even added, y'all been asking for it, a smaller package when it come down to ads. So it's about
Yeah.
on like popcorn. Mikey, they about to be in there like what?
Swimwear.
Like swimwear, baby. So we got those packages lined up for you. They will be broadcasting on the site tonight. Make sure you go there. Make sure you look at it. And Khet, with his permission, will also be one of the recommended sites that we have to the bottom. So you will always have his information there. So we thank you so much for another show. My co-host is going to take us out. Thank you so much.
All right, all right. Cheers to another amazing segment. We thank you guys for tuning in. Mr. Khet, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule
Thank
to
you.
enlighten us in so many ways. We can never thank you enough. We'd love to have you again, but we know you're a busy guy. So thank you for giving us this amazing hour. Thank you for that. We want you guys to continue to tune in with us, follow us during our journey, be patient with us. We're patient with you as we grow. You can also follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram is at Artsy by E, spelled ARTSYBY_E. I dropped my hair growth serum back in December, and it's also for sale. You can purchase by PayPal. My PayPal is EOWEN7579. That's EOWENS, the number 7579 at gmail.com. You can also purchase by Cash App. My Cash App is $, capital A, lowercase RTSY, capital K, lowercase IID, the number 12. This serum is priced at $12.12. So show your support to the channel, show your support to me, Izzy, Mr. Khet. Dive on in, y'all. We
go
going
hit up
forward with this.
sacredroots.com today, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Khet. Sacredroots.com. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good one.